Hello, and welcome to a Topic a Month podcast where we cover one topic a month split into weekly segments. Today's minicast is going to be on two evils. Which is worse, slavery of body or slavery of mind? But before we head down the rabbit hole that seems to be the minicasts, let's go ahead and cover the local business. This local store on South Lake Avenue I've always been a fan of. They have nearly everything you could need, from music, books, cookware, crystal door handles. They've got a little bit of everything for everyone. Father Time Antiques is a great local business that houses a lot of memorabilia from decades past. They've got selections in every range of product, incredibly friendly staff and owners, along with a well-laid-out store that is easy to navigate, but great to get lost in. Classic furniture, vintage signs, eclectic music, and oddities throughout the store. It's definitely a great place to shop for not only the holiday season, but throughout the year. I could go on about Father Time Antiques, but for now, let's head on to the minicast. Is it worse for your body to be pinned down to one job, one function, one place, or rather to have your thoughts controlled, told what to do and what to say? I'll be playing the part of devil's advocate here as well, just to further the conversation. Hopefully, it won't be too one-sided. Let's argue that slavery of the body is worse than slavery of the mind. You have a place in society, and only that place. You are not allowed to go anywhere, and can only perform one function, produce. You toil endlessly day after day, year after year. You can think what you want, surely, but does that help when your only means of escape is a daydream? Will your physical self be able to take the trauma of 18 hours daily work, no pay, meager food, lack of sleep, without regressing upon itself in the mind? Making a new reality because of it. Surely you can think. Surely you can imagine and be free to talk, to hold meaningful conversation. But the body is not willing or able to attain freedom entirely. However, slavery of the mind is more detrimental, because our bodies are merely the vessels that transport us from place to place. Am I my arm, my foot, my back? Or am I the conscious collection of thoughts that discern between different ideas, actions, and colors? Slavery of the mind is far worse than slavery of the body. Slavery of the mind tells us how to think, what to think, where, when, and why. Without deciphering the sludge that comes at us daily, we are able to be truly free, to rise to individualism rather than collective. Do we even have the capability now? Or are we a process of thoughts that have been considered already? Or are we onto something new? Do we realize it? Or has our slavery been implemented in our own little corner of our thoughts, feelings, and will? Will slavery of the body continue throughout our existence, where ourselves finally have enough and end the torture? Or will we become mentally unstable, falling into the vacuum of our thoughts where our bodies cannot go, be consumed by our inability to be free of the greed of others for need of production? Will slavery of the mind continue throughout our existence, where our bodies will finally have enough and end the torture? Or will we become sick and unwell, falling to the side of the road where our thoughts will run rampant, be consumed by our inability to be free of the power of others to control ourselves? What is our own slavery? Are we trudging forward, yet not moving our own hopes, our own dreams, but providing a better existence to someone else while sacrificing ours? Is there a universally agreed upon definition of slavery of body and of mind? At what point does the definition become convoluted to blur the lines between utter freedom and utter captivity? Am I a slave to the means of production? Am I a slave to the means of thought? Do I have a choice in my life, or do I have a predetermined path on which I willingly or otherwise follow? Is it a path by choice or a path by necessity? Freedom we have, but freedom by restriction. Slavery we have, but slavery by necessity. Here we have a choice. Be a slave to production, to produce for someone else and receive some benefits? Or be entirely free and be a production-defined burden upon society, shunned and cast out, but free of body? Repeat the thoughts of others, the ideas, the mindlessnesses. Think not of freedom. Do not study, do not find your mind wandering, contemplating, debating. Or reflect on those thoughts, those beliefs, those false statements, and refuse them to the base of their foundation and be free of mind. Without individual thought, rationalization, and contemplation, we are a sky of starlings, veering throughout the sky without direction as a collective, but by one individual controlling the mass. Thank you for listening to this minicast. As always, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Email us at atopicamonth@gmail.com and nab some stickers on our Patreon at A Topic a Month. We're everywhere podcasts are available: iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, and Google Play. But of course, we're on our host site, Podbean. Thank you, and have a good night.